me, I always get divorced right before I get my period. You know? And it's sad but true. So many women, they make these really extreme decisions when maybe they had just wait a couple days and they wouldn't have to make that choice. And then you guys learned a lot about the immune system with the gluten and how it damages the gut, and then these larger proteins can go out to the bloodstream, and that affects how we feel, it affects our moods, definitely. And the permeability of the gut is mirrored by the permeability of the brain. So we always need to repair the gut, because otherwise the blood-brain barrier is compromised, and now these things, heavy metals, toxins, chemicals, can pass into the brain, cause damage to the brain. And so we want to regain the health of those barriers, both whether GI or brain, because they're the same. So with my patients, I always want them to leave with hope. Hope is just optimism and a positive attitude. It's just feeling good about it, right? But they also need to have faith, and faith is different than hope, because faith is a confidence that's based on belief. And so by you guys being here and training and learning all these things, you have something that they can feel confident that you're educated, you're qualified, you're the person who can help me. And then they'll feel optimistic about that, because they know that you've gone to these conferences and learned all these things, and you're the specialist, you're the one that can do this for them. And in my mind, love is always the greatest healer. And so I am here to overcome repression and suppression through love. So nobody wants to be bullied or threatened into doing something. We want to be supported and loved in what we need in our journey, right? And so I always feel that we need to have a compassionate heart for our patients, that is one of the most important things that we share with them, our compassion. And there was a study done by the NIH again, and it said humor and laughter may influence health, and they actually showed that laughing improves your immune system. So I think that that's one of the most important things for me too, that I get them to laugh, I get them to feel some little joy. If they've been so depressed and isolated and sad for so long, some little joy can start the ball rolling in the totally opposite direction. So if someone's been on this downward spiral of just depressed and sick and sicker and more depressed and down, down, down they go, then we can change that. We can start it to move upward with our therapies, with our love, with our compassion, and with our devotion to those people, and also with our acceptance of where they are and what they need. So I have a couple little stories about Guru Charan, who was an Ayurvedic teacher, and he said that it's very important that the patient believes in the doctor's treatment, but it's actually more important that the doctor believe that his treatment will work. And there was a pharmacist in the late 1800s, Dr. Coué, is a French pharmacist. He lived in Nancy, France. That's one of my favorite places. And he saw that when he gave his patients the medicine, when they come to pick up their prescription, they say, this is going to work for you. This is the right medicine for you. And he started noticing that he would get better improvements from the patient. And then he started studying whatever was prescribed for them and make sure that he believed that it was the right thing. And when both he believed it and the patient believed it, even higher levels of improvement and better results that they would get. So he eventually retired from pharmacy, and that was his whole practice then, was just teaching people affirmations. And his famous affirmation, you've probably heard of it: every day in every way, I am getting better and better. So let's say it together. Every day in every way, I am getting better and better. And we have to say these things with passion, and we have to say them with emotion and with feeling, because the amygdala, it memorizes, it remembers stuff that is emotional, that's passionate. And that's what we need when we do these types of visualizations. We need to put passion. So I want you to say it with passion, like you believe it, okay? Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Awesome. Much better. All right. Here we go. Okay, now second half. I think I'm okay with my time. Second half of my lecture.